Good evening, Toastmasters, and especially Max. First evaluation is a little bit tough because we say that this is, in a way, the most important part of Toastmasters, but it's very hard to get into it because everybody knows how to speak, at least somewhat, when they start. Evaluating is a little bit harder. Let me go through a couple things. In your evaluation, the first thing that you worked on or talked about was some of the mechanics of the speech, and then you talked about and you segued into some of the subject matter, and all that was very well done. You mentioned about cultural references like Carrie Fisher, and then you added your own cultural references like Garrison Keillor. So that all tied together very well. And you had a lot of good language. You mentioned about here the long malaise and other things like that. So that was good. What you didn't have is something we try to do in an evaluation because no speech is perfect, is to add something to improve, whether it's a general issue or a very specific thing, to add something to improve. And I didn't really hear that in your evaluation. What I heard was mostly was here's all the good things, here's all the good things, here's all good things, see you next time. And that's very common with new evaluators, but that's something that we need to consider when we're working on an evaluation. And in that vein, one thing I think that you really need to work on is your camera angle. I'm looking straight at the camera here. And so even if maybe during the meeting I might be more casual, when it comes to actual speaking moment, whether it's table topics, speech, or evaluation, look straight on, maybe move a little bit side to side to give the appearance of eye contact. But in general, looking straight on is the best. And instead, it was more of a profile, and that just did not work as well. So that's one thing you definitely need to work on when you're doing a remote or over Zoom speech or evaluation. The other thing you actually admitted to at the beginning that as your initial evaluation here, you're going through basically following the different items on the form. And that's okay, but think about it as more of a structure. The usual simple structure is a sandwich method where you have talk about some of the good things, the general structure of the speech, and some of the good things about the speech. Then you give things for improvement, and then you wrap it up with some more good things and a summary. So it's a mini speech. Every evaluation is a speech, and don't worry about the form as much. The form is a little bit of help, and we do the form afterwards and send it in so that there's some more permanent evaluation. But when it comes to the actual evaluation live, treat it as a speech, almost throw away the form. But it's a good start, and I look forward to hearing your next evaluation and your next speech. Thank you.